once we had focused in, or Terry and I had come to a conclusion that yes, Ted Kaczynski as a suspect is our man, there's a lot of work to be done. I mean, an investigation is 2 stages. 1, you identify the perpetrator. 2, you put together all the evidence that can stand up in court and prove it. And when we looked at Ted Kaczynski, and Max looked at him saw him first in Montana, here's this hermit living in a 10 by 12 cabin that's right here at the museum right now, that had no running water, no electricity, no means of heating other than a pot-bellied stove, but yet our laboratories had told us that he puts components in these bombs where he's melting aluminum, so he has to have a kiln of some sort, which would be electric power to run that. Instead, we found out later he was doing it on the pot-bellied stove or inside it in some way. There were just many aspects about looking at Ted Kaczynski as a suspect that didn't fit. How did this man travel in all these places and carry bombs and place them when all he had for transportation was a little bicycle? And in the winter months, he snowed in. And then to see him with his clothes literally falling off of him, it's an absolute hermit. That how did this man target university professors and heads of corporations? I mean, it just didn't fit. And not every one of our staff really believed that Ted was a viable suspect. Max was a holdout until about a week before we arrested, or before we searched the cabin.